Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on a topic that is crucial, but often overlooked. How do immigration lawyers stay on the right side of the law? It's a world filled with complex rules, constant changes, and incredibly high stakes for their clients. So, how do they navigate this legal minefield and ensure they're always compliant? Let's dive in. First and foremost, the foundation of legal compliance for any lawyer, especially in immigration, is education. And I don't just mean law school. The legal landscape for immigration is constantly shifting. New policies, court rulings, and administrative changes happen all the time. To stay current, lawyers are required to complete continuing legal education or CLE courses every year. These aren't just a formality. They are essential workshops and seminars that break down the latest developments in immigration law. Think of it as a constant software update for their legal knowledge. They attend conferences, subscribe to specialized legal journals, and participate in webinars hosted by bar associations and immigration law organizations like ALA, the American Immigration Lawyers Association. This dedication to lifelong learning is the first line of defense against non-compliance. Next up is meticulous case management. An immigration case isn't just a single form. It's a massive collection of documents, deadlines, and correspondences. A simple mistake, like missing a deadline for a request for evidence, can have devastating consequences for a client, potentially leading to a denial or even deportation proceedings. To prevent this, law firms invest heavily in sophisticated case management software. This software acts as a central nervous system for the practice. It tracks every single deadline, sends automated reminders, stores client documents securely, and maintains a detailed record of all communications. This technological backbone minimizes human error and creates a clear, auditable trail for every action taken on a case, which is vital for both client success and the firm's own legal protection. Another critical aspect is ethical conduct, which is rigorously enforced by state bar associations. Every state has a set of rules for professional conduct that lawyers must abide by. For immigration lawyers, this is particularly important when it comes to client communication and managing expectations. They have an ethical duty to be honest with clients about their chances of success. They can't promise a green card or an approved visa. Instead, they must provide a realistic assessment based on the law and the specific facts of the case. They also have a duty of confidentiality, meaning everything a client shares with them is protected. Furthermore, they must manage client funds properly. Any money a client pays for future legal fees or government filing fees must be kept in a separate trust account, not commingled with the firm's operating funds. Bar associations conduct random audits and investigate any complaints filed against lawyers, and the penalties for ethical violations can range from a reprimand to a suspension or even disbarment. Let's talk about the paperwork itself. The sheer volume and complexity of immigration forms are staggering. A single application can be dozens of pages long, with hundreds of questions, and require extensive supporting evidence. To ensure accuracy, law firms have multi-layered review processes. An application might be initially prepared by a paralegal, then reviewed by a junior attorney, and finally signed off by a senior partner. They use detailed checklists to make sure every required document is included, from birth certificates and marriage licenses to financial statements and employment records. Each piece of evidence must be correctly formatted, translated if necessary, and presented in the way that U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, expects. Getting this wrong can lead to instant rejections or lengthy delays, so this internal quality control is non-negotiable. Beyond just the client-facing work, immigration law firms are also businesses that need to comply with a host of other regulations. This includes employment law for their staff, data privacy and security regulations to protect sensitive client information, and proper financial accounting and tax laws. For example, with the rise of digital communication, ensuring that client data is stored on secure, encrypted servers is a major compliance concern. A data breach could not only violate a client's privacy, but also run afoul of data protection laws. So, they work with IT consultants, accountants, and other professionals to make sure the business side of the practice is as compliant as the legal work itself. A huge part of staying compliant is also about communication. This works in two ways. First, there's communication with the client. Lawyers need to keep their clients informed about the status of their case, explain complex legal issues in a way the client can understand, and promptly respond to questions. This transparency builds trust and helps manage client expectations, which can prevent misunderstandings that might lead to complaints later on. Second, there's communication with government agencies. Lawyers must be professional, precise, and honest in all their dealings with USCIS, the Department of State, and immigration courts. Their reputation for integrity is one of their most valuable assets. A lawyer known for submitting well-prepared, honest applications is more likely to be treated with respect by government officers, which can indirectly benefit their clients. Finally, there's the element of professional community and mentorship. The immigration law community is surprisingly collaborative. Lawyers often consult with their peers on particularly tricky cases, while maintaining client confidentiality. Of course, they participate in online forums, lists, and local bar association meetings to share knowledge and discuss emerging trends. Experienced attorneys often mentor newer lawyers, helping them navigate the complexities of the practice and instilling in them the high ethical and professional standards required. This culture of mutual support helps raise the bar for the entire profession and ensures that best practices are shared widely, which ultimately benefits everyone. So, as you can see, being a compliant immigration lawyer is a massive undertaking. It's a continuous process of education, meticulous organization, strict ethical adherence, and robust internal processes. It's not just about knowing the law, it's about building a system that ensures the law is followed perfectly every single time for every single client. The stakes are just too high for anything less. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you a better appreciation for the incredible diligence and professionalism that goes into the practice of immigration law. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next one. See you in the next video.